What is going on, YouTubers? This is Anime Gamer Fanboy, and welcome to all your bronies and Pegasisters, anime fans and furries, and gamers too. And to all my other viewers, I shall not forget about you. Sorry about earlier, guys. I had to reset the stream because like I said, first off, give me a minute. Actually, I actually have to fix this. Broadcast settings, advanced settings, there we go. Sorry about that, guys. This time I actually had to turn off the comments because every time I had to make sure the comments don't pop up a lot. So, you know, because I keep getting like spam comments. To let you guys know, I keep getting like spam comments like about the audio, about stuff like that. But anyway, as I was saying, today I'm going to be playing some Call of Duty Black Ops 3. I am going to be talking to a buddy of mine, and we are going to be discussing a couple things. First off, we'll be discussing about the podcast.
Hey.
What's going on, bud? Just doing a live stream.
Okay,
yeah.
Just got done cutting the grass. What about you?
Oh, you got back from cutting grass?
Yeah.
Alright.
Cutting my yard.
Alright, that's good to hear, man.
Yep. Got that right.
Anyway, but yeah, guys, with me is my friend. If you guys haven't heard him, he was my co-host in my podcast.
Brand.
Yep.
X2.
Brand X2. But yeah, guys, with the comments down, I apologize. As I said, I keep getting people who come in, ask if they can be moderator, and then post inappropriate stuff. I'm actually going to start reporting that and pretty much dealing with that kind of problem, so, you know. But anyway, guys, here, first off, we're going to get into a few topics, even though I got to start over from scratch because of the previous video, and I had to turn off the comments to, you know, get stuff put together. So, first off, and Brandon, no, you are not going to be a mod, alright? I've already told you this.
Yes.
But, not you, Brandon C.
Oh, okay. So it's just a little update you're doing. You're doing a little update?
Yeah, that's right. But
okay.
First off, guys, about the podcast, because I know all y'all have been probably waiting for that. We are going to try to work on it. I actually got my research done. I didn't get the Toon Disney section, which I am going to try to do either a little bit after this stream, or we're going to probably get it done, like, tonight. If he's up for it, of course. Because, like I said, we both got to work, we both got to do stuff, and we both have stuff we got to do, you know.
Yeah, I'm off tomorrow.
Well, yeah, but I work 9:30 to 3:30 tomorrow. So they have me open in the early shift, so. But I'm thinking about just pulling an all-nighter just so I can get through the podcast, make up for the work we gotta do, since I hadn't had my computer for 3 days.
Oh damn.
Yeah. Well, actually two. Yeah, actually two, because remember I told you I had to get it fixed, because for some reason it kept shutting down automatically and stuff. But like I said, I will try to get the information for the whole for Toon Disney. And basically what the podcast is about, guys, is we list off shows from the branches of Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon, Disney Channel, Kids WB. We do all that kind of stuff.
Fox Kids.
Yeah, Fox Kids. Toon Disney. I know that I said I would do that one.
And PBS Kids. So forget.
Well, you said you was doing the kid show like PBS Kids and yeah.
Discovery. Yeah, okay, yeah, and we also are going to talk about PBS Kids and Discovery Kids, which I'm going to do that.
Yeah, those two he's going to do. But yeah, but and like I said, I was going to do shows like Fox Kids, Toon Disney, Nickelodeon, Well, actually, we could both do those topics if we can actually, you know. But
Yeah, you don't get Magoozy.
yeah, I mean, you said you would do all those, like, but remember what we said? We had to make a list. I actually had to use the
Mm,
notepad. I actually had to use a notepad on my computer so we could do that. So I could
okay,
get a
but
list. But
Magoozy, you know Magoozy though, the afternoon block on Cartoon Network action shows.
yeah, I remember that. Oh,
Yeah,
but
kind of like Toonami. It's kind of like Toonami though, but it's like for kids though.
yeah.
But Toonami's
Uh,
for teens. Toonami's for
yeah,
teens.
I remember that. But yeah, there was so many shows on Cartoon Network that I couldn't list them all. So I just listed the main ones I did remember because I looked through the list, looked through the, and tried to remember them.
Hmm
So
But yeah,
I,
and we also going to excluding, and we're not going to include 4Kids, excluding 4Kids.tv.
well, to be honest, I know there was some shows that they took and they messed up on. But we should at least do 4Kids because they did have some good shows, or there were old TV shows like the Fox Box.
Yeah,
Cause like I said, they were called the Fox Box before they were called 4Kids.
yes, it was after Fox Box is after Fox Kids.
Yeah, because it was like Fox Kids, then it turned into the Fox Box, and it turned into 4Kids TV, and then it turned into the Dayton CW 4Kids.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
um,
which people like the Fox Box the most. They
well,
like the
yeah,
Fox Box.
well, yeah, because they had shows like that had a lot of action. Except a lot of people complained about one of the shows, and I think you might know this one because everyone kept on complaining about fighting Foodons. You ever heard about that?
Yeah.
Well, people keep on saying it's like a ripoff of Yu-Gi-Oh. Okay, cause here's how the premise of the show works. Basically, each chef has to make a dish, and they have a thing called a meal ticket, which looks like a card.
hmm
And what they do is they go like service up and throw a meal ticket into the food, and it becomes a monster, like a fighting Foodon.
Yeah, I remember that show.
Well, yeah, and then people kept on saying looking back, it looks exactly like Yu-Gi-Oh.
Well, kinda does. It's kinda.
To be honest, it actually didn't look like Yu-Gi-Oh because it's a lot different. Because first of all, like I said, when they threw the meal ticket into the food, it stuck into the food.
hmm
And so how could it exactly be like Yu-Gi-Oh if it's not really the same deal?
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, if you look at the show, I mean, like if you look at it and then turn down the sound because, like I said, I don't want it to,
I know, but I remember the show though. I remember it.
yeah. But you know, and I don't know if and to let you guys know, we are gonna re-talk about that one topic I was talking about earlier before I had all kinds of garbage coming into the comments.
hmm
Um, but I'm gonna bring this up to Brandon, guys. Have you been keeping up with a kid behind the camera?
What?
Have you been keeping up with a kid behind the camera?
Kid behind the camera.
No, Angry Grandpa's kid.
Angry Grandpa.
Have you been keeping up with their channel?
Oh, you're talking about the one you talking about last week?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I haven't.
All right, dude. I'll make sure I got you on Skype. I want you to check out this video, and then I want you to, because we are gonna bring this up, because I just saw this video recently, and let's just put it this way: there was stuff that I want to say, but I can't say for two reasons. One, I'm on a live stream, so I cannot, say it.
Yeah, okay.
And for two, I'm trying to watch it because I have little ones.
Yeah, good point.
Alright, I just sent it to you. But, try to keep the volume down, because, like I said, if.
Okay.
Like if you got earbuds, I'll let you listen to it first beforehand.
Okay, well, I can mute it though. I can just mute cut off the mic.
All right, I'll let you watch that and then get caught up, and then we'll talk about it when you're done. Just let me know when you're back.
Okay.
All right. While he's doing that, all right. Well, while he's doing that, guys, I'll continue talking about the podcast, but we're gonna go over shows on Fox Kids. They used to have the most funniest shows they ever came out with. But the main one I'll probably go over when I get to that topic was some of the monster shows. Now it's just one of those things where it's kind of, you know, I mean, because they got like a lot of good shows back then. Cause they had like on Fox Kids, they used to show pretty good shows. But on Kids WB, they would show shows like the Men in Black series, Godzilla the animated series. There was one show. Now I don't know if you all remember this, and like I said, I don't know if you all remember this, but they had a show called I'm sorry if you hear noise in the background. My niece is running the weed whacker. But as I was saying, they had a show on Kids WB called Monster Allergies. Now, if you guys heard about that show, then okay, then you guys are caught up. But if you guys haven't heard of that show, I would recommend you guys give it a check out, because it was, first off, the premise of the story was pretty, I mean, like, because like I said, some cartoons actually have a story. You know, like I'm telling you, if you keep quote counting me, you ain't gonna be sticking around. Sorry about that, guys. I'm monitoring my computer, and the one that gives me trouble is here. So, you know, he does stuff to like irritate me or try to get me to rage, and you know. So I'm trying my best to just ignore it. But as I was saying, is that there were a lot of TV shows that were pretty good. I mean, there were some cartoons that actually would like completely good story driven. Like example, and this was a hit show when I was a kid. Even though some people will say it was a girl show, but I used to watch Totally Spies when I was a kid, and it was like James Bond pretty much, but all females. You know, and first of all, I'm not sounding, you know, I'm not saying anything wrong here, but it was a good cartoon. I mean, it was story driven. Like there was some points. Basically, some cartoons are like animes. They're story driven. They're well written, and they always, you know, they always have those points where it will be story driven or story written, and you would just get some good storyline or some plot. And to all you who are brothers and Pegasisters, I don't mean plot as in what you guys think I mean. Okay, so we're going to stop there on that joke. But, as I was saying, I'm just pointing this out, is that there were some cartoons that they used to have that would have some really good storylines. And it just was pretty good. Like, if you guys looked up, like, like Witch. Let me think of some TV shows that they used to show that had good storylines. Witch, Totally Spies, The Amazing Spies. Basically, they were all kind of like Naruto or any type of anime you could watch today, and they would have a good storyline, and they would bring up some really good stuff, you know. And it's a good thing you guys can't see the comments right now, because for one thing, I have to cut back on the comments. When Brand's done watching that video, we're going to be talking about this topic, because this topic just popped up recently, and it flat out needs to be addressed. Now, I'm going to try my best to keep my composure, guys, because like I said, there was some stuff that I watched that, well, it's not cartoon-wise, but there was some stuff that I just seen recently on YouTube. We're going to talk about that again. And welcome to the stream, viewer number 3. Letting you know I won't be able to see your comment because of a certain troublemaker who constantly spams. So basically, you're gonna have to, you know, I'm gonna have to look at the computer a bit just to see who it is. And I don't have a computer that's close to me, so I have to turn my head like so. But where was I? Oh yes, now I remember. But there were TV shows that did have some good storyline. Like Batman the Animated Series, even though it was dark, but it still had a good storyline. But we'll talk about more of those cartoons after. And key term, after... Fran Goat, welcome to the stream. As I said, I can't see your comment because I've had some rude comments today. So I'm gonna just, you know, keep the comments shut off for a bit, and then just hope that it won't escalate to as far as possible. So, you know. And I'm sorry if you guys see me are about ready to see me hear me yell and flip out, because like I said, I have to put up with someone who's counting every time I say something, and believe me, I'm trying my best to keep all the negative talk and negative influence, especially for the younger viewers, out of this. Yeah, I can understand what you're saying with that, Fran Goat. But, anywho, I can't remember what I was gonna say. Cause putting up with one child is just really putting up with it. Oh, now I remember. But if you guys look up TV shows like Totally Spies, The Amazing Spies, there are some episodes like you can find on YouTube, but sometimes they will cut out and stuff. They will cut out and stuff, so you would have to look like on websites like websites where you can find old cartoons. So that's the best thing I can tell you. But The Amazing Spies, Totally Spies, all those cartoons that used to be on TV were pretty good. I mean, me and a buddy of mine, we would watch those like all the time. Like if it was a bad day after school or a good day after school, we would go to my place or go to his place, do some homework. And then about maybe when we would just kick back, relax, play some video games, and then when it's like 8 or 9 o'clock, we would turn on the TV and we would watch Totally Spies. You know, like we would watch Totally Spies, we would watch Code Lyoko, would watch all the good stuff. Okay? And there were a lot of good cartoons on. Show them anymore. I don't know why. But there's probably some good reasons. Like, whether some of the cartoons had inappropriateness or there had to be some other reasons. But they used to show cartoons on Kids WB that were pretty funny. And the one that I do remember, and I'm good, and like I said, I'll talk about why I remember this in the topic, but yeah, I was gonna bring that up. I'm gonna bring up all cartoons from the 90s and such. But like I was saying, but the one cartoon that I do remember was that really made me laugh because of how it was. Because basically it was like I don't know how to explain it. It was like one of those monster capture shows. It was kind of like not kind of like a ripoff, but it was kind of like a parody of Pokemon. But if you guys seen the show Monster Allergies, it was a pretty good cartoon. I mean, like, but it was like they used the same cliche a bit. You know, I mean, there's cartoons that always go with the same cliche. You know, they would go with like the main character would be in middle or high school. Kind of like the same with animes. The character will be like in middle school or high school, and then you got all kinds of mess that would pursue after that. Now the best anime to describe some of those stories would be Rosario Vampire. That's one thing. The kid version of Robot Chicken. Actually, I've never heard of that. I've actually never heard of that, to be honest. But they did have a cartoon that was kind of like Pokemon, and some of them they were pretty funny. And also but also, guys, I know there's gonna be TV shows you're gonna bring up. You're gonna ask, well, why don't we talk about Power Rangers? Okay, first off, guys, and this is a good explanation. It's because we're gonna save that topic for a later date. As in, a buddy of mine, the buddy of mine that just went off to watch the video I sent him, because you know we're trying, because he needs to get caught up about what happened. Well, like I said, we are gonna be talking about that topic a little later, guys. Like when it gets down the road, we will talk about the Power Rangers. Like we'll talk about the very first one that popped up. We'll talk about the very first series that popped up, which would be Mighty Morphin, and we'll work our way towards forward, like to the current generation. Plus, in that topic, we will also bring up the movies. So, like, we'll talk about Turbo Power Rangers movie, the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie, and then we'll talk about the remade, the one that just came out this year, which I just seen, guys, and I gotta admit, the movie was phenomenal. Or as what the people say, they say it was just like a pretty good movie. the topic, we will also be talking about shows from Cartoon Network. But the one show I did like when I was growing up, before you guys ask me this, the one show I did watch that I liked growing up was Shaolin Showdown. Hold on. Sorry about that, guys. But as I was saying, the show that I was talking about was Shaolin Showdown. And if you guys never seen the the TV show, it was actually pretty good. Wait, you watched every episode of Shaolin Showdown? Shoot. Actually, I never heard of Splat, because I was probably around when I was in. Secrets of the Hidden Temple. I've actually never watched that. I may have seen like one episode of it, and then I just, you know. But, where was I? But yeah, guys, if you never watched Shaolin Showdown, but if you guys never watched Shaolin Showdown, it was a pretty good cartoon. Like, the animation to it was good, and the way they brought up all these mystical items. It was one of those. Cartoons that you could just kick back, sit down, have a thing, and pop. Welcome back, man. Just give me 1 second. We'll hop off to the next topic, okay?
All right.
But yeah, guys. But like I was saying, Shaolin Showdown was a pretty good cartoon because yeah, I mean, like, because even though you had a weak villain roster, and first off, in the beginning you get like a weak villain roster, but then when it gets farther into the series, you get a strong villain roster. Like, what was the one villain? What was the one villain who claims he was an evil genius all the time, but ends up as a little coward? What was his name?
I forgot.
I think it was like Jack something.
You got it? You want to switch it up?
Oh wait, no, I think I remember. It was Jack Spicer. That's what I think. That's it. But I didn't like. I know some parents complain about the show because you know how Wuya was like the freaking purple, pink ghost.
Yep.
Apparently, some people complained about that because it gave kids nightmares.
Yeah.
I mean, okay. First off, if something's gonna give your kid nightmares, here's a theory. If you don't want your kid watching the show, here's a little thing. Here's a little something I would recommend. Set up your dang parental guidance codes. That's one thing you can do. Cause I mean, yeah, cause I mean, I'm just saying because you have parents that don't set up their parental guidance codes, and then their kids always watch something that they're not supposed to. I just heard an incident from a friend of mine. Apparently one of someone's kids got a hold of a TV remote, and this was someone he knew. But one of their kids who was a 13-year-old daughter, their 13-year-old daughter, she was turning on the TV. She was trying to get a movie to watch that was for her.
Mm-hmm.
Guess what movie she put on?
What?
50 Shades of Grey.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. First off, guys, to explain to you an incident I had to put up with, I might retell it in a throwback story, but a couple weeks ago at work, I was working the late shift, and I work retail. I think I've explained this to you guys. What happened was we're checking out this family, and I mean because I work retail, I'm a cashier. That's as far as I'm gonna say on the details. But I had this family come through my line, and I'm checking them out. And, they had, like, a thing of popcorn, and I asked if they were having a movie night. And they said, yeah. So I popped the question, like, what movie are they going to see? Well, they told me, and the kid that was with them was 6 years old, but they said she wanted to see 50 Shades of Grey. Or 50 Shades Darker, too.
Mm.
And my brain is just sitting there thinking, red flag, that is a bad idea. Nope, no way, that is a red flag.
Yep.
I mean, because think about it, I mean, you already got enough jacked up stuff as it is nowadays.
Yep.
I mean, like, you got people that'll stoop so low, like, to, what's the word? What's the word I'm looking for? Masochism. There are people that like getting beat up. It doesn't matter how they do it,
Mm-hmm.
But then you also got the crazies that like to cut themselves.
Yep.
Yeah. But anyway, but yeah, guys. But like I was saying, though, we're gonna be moving on to the next topic to pop this up. Brandon, did you watch that video I sent you?
Yes, I did.
And you watched the whole thing, so you're caught up to speed about what's going on.
Yep.
Alright, guys. We're bringing back a topic. But we're re-bringing up a topic. But if you guys don't know who Kid Behind the Camera is, or AKA Pickle Boy, we're gonna bring this up a bit. Apparently, if you guys caught up with if you guys are fans of Angry Grandpa, Kid Behind the Camera, and Bridget West, follow all of them on YouTube. There's been a bit of an incident. And I watched this whole thing. So basically, what happened? Okay, before I continue on to this, Brandon and Frango, don't act like children. Okay, because sooner or later you're going to run into the same exact crap, and you won't know how to handle it. So either you guys can just calm it down, listen to because I had already put up with one crazy idiot today, coming in here asking me to be moderator, then call me a British cigarette and everything. Alright? Well, you're gonna hear about it because I'm putting it out there on the table. Alright? Mother chicken. I'm surprised I'm not drinking yet. Ew. I apologize, guys. I had to put a couple viewers in line, so I apologize on that one. So I apologize if you heard me, so I apologize about that one. But to bring this up because I had to redo the video again because I had someone come in and ask if they would be moderator, and I'm not gonna say what they said after that. But one thing is that I know one thing, they called me a female dog, and they were calling me a British cigarette. So
What?
yeah. So because I told them that I didn't want them to be a moderator. I said I can handle it. I can handle it. But anyway, so back to what I was saying before I was rudely interrupted. But if you guys are fans of Kid Behind the Camera, Angry Grandpa, there's been an incident that just went down a few. I think it was more like 3 days ago now, or a few hours ago.
Yep, it's 3 days ago.
Okay, 3 days ago. If you guys know, they brought up Pickle Boy's brother Charlie Green, or as he's called on YouTube, and I'm using this in air quotes, Charlie Chill. Is that basically first off, if you guys know, Charlie was staying with Angry Grandpa, but apparently, now if you guys hear some cussing from either of our parts, I do apologize. Like I said, this topic, I'm bringing it up on the table because A, people need to hear this. 2, my honest opinion, I'm actually going to keep the dark opinions out of this because, like I said, I don't want people taking crap out of context and then actually, you know, get the police involved because, you know, some people will take something out of context and then, you know, they'll have the police called in, they'll want to do an investigation, and then all the heck and high water can break loose. So, like I said, anything dark, I'm going to keep completely out of it. If anything, if I bring up anything, then literally I'm just going to use movie references or just use movie titles. But, so, what happens is, Charlie, aka Charlie Chill, was staying with Angry Grandpa, okay? And you guys know Angry Grandpa has 2 boys. Well, I think 1 or 2. But one of them was 8 and one of them was 9. But giving kids, like, but apparently, while under his care, while Charlie was staying there, he was giving the boys tobacco and giving them alcohol. And he literally, and mind you, like I said, I'm gonna rant about this a bit, but mind you guys, 8 or 9, and nobody knew about it. I mean, like, first off, how could they know about it? Because the kids wanted to say something, but apparently he even threatened them, saying that he would beat them to a pulp if they said one word. And if you guys see me get emotional at all, I do apologize. Like I said, this every time I hear this topic, every time I bring up this topic, believe you me, there are times I will get emotionally distraught or emotionally get emotionally put down, you know. So I will try to keep a cool head if I have to, guys. To keep my anger down and my emotions down, I'll probably end up opening a bottle of Mike's Hard Lemonade, so if you see me do that, just letting you know in advance. But anyway, so the kids wouldn't say a word because they were afraid that he would beat them up. Well, just recently, they finally turned him in. I mean, like, apparently the kids told their therapist, the kids told their grandpa, and finally they decided to throw Charlie out because apparently, you know, he was reckless. Now, and to all you guys who are viewers of Angry Grandpa and Pickle Boy, you guys, I already know this part, but apparently the viewers said that Pickle Boy should put it, like, help out, you know, like maybe he'll shape up, like, because you know how some people say, like, if someone's on drugs or anything like that, if they stay with another person, they could straighten up and fly right. You know that saying that like if people stay with other people, they straighten up and fly right.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, apparently that was wrong because after that, he got pretty much more distraught. And he started drinking in the first off he was staying in Pickle Boy's pool house. Just bringing this up. After that, you know, he started being distraught, troublesome, all of the above. So finally, he decides, you know, that correct me if I'm wrong if you heard this part, but he's also been one of those types where he'll get out of control, that he'll post threats and stuff up on Facebook and such, right?
Yep.
And they even mentioned that in the video a couple times.
Yes.
Okay. But basically what ends up happening is he decides to, you know, stay in the pool house. Pickle Boy went over to visit his dad for a bit. And what ended up happening was he took LSD. Now, mind you guys, I'm going to say it this way. People who take him as taking bath salt. Now, getting off topic about 2 years ago, and I heard this on the news, but apparently someone was high on bath salt, that they thought they were like zombies from The Walking Dead. Like, you know, like acting like a walker, walking towards somebody, and then literally bit their face off. And yeah, so and basically how the victim survived, but basically how he described it was the guy wasn't right. He was first off, he was the first offense he did was in public, not public display of affection. It's when someone walks around with no clothes on. Indecent exposure. That's it. Indecent exposure. But after that, you know. But after that, the victim told him what happened. He just checked to make sure nothing happened. He was I'm pretty sure he was saved. Which, if he was, that's fate. That's good fate on your side. But if he wasn't, then condolences out to him, and I hope things go better. But like I was saying, so what ended up happening was that so back to the story. So Charlie Chill, Pickle Boy's brother, I should put, or excuse me, no longer brother, I should put it. He comes back from his dad's, and the guy is on LSD. I mean, he's running around, no clothes on, basically, crap, I can't even remember how they say it, but indecent exposure. That's it. Basically pulling an indecent exposure, and, you know, basically, his brother calls the police because he's concerned. Now, I'm going to be honest, and this was real stupid on their part, and I'm not saying I'm dissing police officers, just one thing, but this is real stupid. But they called the police, and all of a sudden he switches personas. Like he's asking his brother, yeah, like he's asking his brother for a hug and everything, and, you know, so basically what his brother was trying to do was trying to get him to the hospital because basically while he was high on LSD, he pretty much did something jacked up to his hand, and you heard about that in the clip.
Yep.
So they got him on a gurney, and he starts spewing BS. Like, you know, like, and I'm pretty sure you heard, but it was faint. But basically, he was spewing BS.
Yeah.
So, you know, 2 hours later, you know, I mean, like, and now, guys, this is the farthest I'm gonna try hard not to get PO'd about, but this crap pretty much hits the low blow. Like, and I was raised in a proper household, just letting you guys know, but I was raised never once. I mean, even if it was my mom, I restrained, but I was raised to never hit a female. I mean, like, even if I was having one of those bad days but I just restrain, you know. But, and I'm saying I would never. I mean, like, there are times I would want to, but I end up punching something and damaging my hand first before I harm my family. So before you guys take that out of context, letting you know now. So what happened was, Pickle Boy was in the house editing the video 2 hours later. And what ended up happening was that he hears yelling. His girlfriend and her father are outside cleaning the pool house that the brother destroyed. And he straight up sees his brother hit his girlfriend. Like, straight up. No holds barred. She was yelling at him. From what I'm gathering, for that bit of portion for that to happen, she was yelling at him, and he just straight up clocked the one because basically he thinks he was in one of those things where you hit a female to put them in their place. Wrong. Heck no. And firstly, if he's watching this video, first off, A, you shouldn't even have your hair dyed flamingo pink. You think you're a tough guy because you can go around and hit females. First off, no. I'm gonna try to keep my anger. Whew. I might unload, and I might lose it close to the end of this topic, but you know, I'm not gonna lose it now. Because there is a lot of stuff. There is a lot of stuff that I want to say to him. And quite frankly, I know the judicial branch a lot better than anyone else. Because I have a buddy who even studies law. But if he were to come onto my property, I'll tell you one thing, I'd have a right to self-defense. Because according to, and to anyone who has problems with LSD people, like, if they're crazy, like, they're not in control, or they're not themselves, and they have, like, a split personality disorder, first thing I'll tell you, one, make sure you have a license to carry. Two, don't shoot anyone, okay? That's the one thing I'm going to say. If you have, like, a pepper spray, taser, or anything like that, try to be a little more self-defense on an open mind, okay? That's what I'm going to say for part 2. Because a while back, I read a news article about someone on LSD. Apparently it was a neighbor. This guy was, like, outside with his kids. And his neighbor was doing LSD, you know, starting bull. And apparently what ended up happening, he came over, was starting bullcrap with the guy who was a father, and, you know, and the guy had a license to carry, so, you know, well, the next night he comes over and he starts destroying the property. So, the guy, he called the police first, and, you know, first off, the guy was going out of control. And the guy had a gun that, like, you know how some police officers carry, guns that are like tasers?
Yeah.
That's what the guy was carrying, because he had a license to carry. The guy was coming at him with a switchblade, and the guy was on LSD. So in self-defense, the guy that had the gun that was a taser, he shot the guy. Like he didn't shoot him, like, with a bullet. He shot him with one of those, with 2 of those shock charges. I forget where, but some people say, like, it was in the knee. Others say it was in the chest. But what I would do is, I would hit, like, if I had to do something like that, I would say the knee first. Because in the knee, you, like, nobody could move. Like, you would paralyze the person. Well, not paralyze, but, like, nullify his movement until the police got there.
Yep.
Well, but here's another part of the BS that happened. When the police got there, I mean, he showed them his ID to carry for the taser gun. He showed them their ID, but he still got arrested. So,
dang.
You know, so he told his kids to make sure the house was locked and make sure they stayed with their mother, which they were smart kids. I mean, like, any kid, and this father even taught his kids how to do self-defense. With or without weapons, which, to be honest, I I remember a movie where they actually had a kid where a father actually taught his daughter self-defense. I think it was like and correct me if I'm wrong on this one, guys. I think the movie was like Homefront. But basically, I'll explain the scene. But if you guys can tell me if it's Homefront or not, that would be great. But basically, what happens is a girl is going to school. She's wearing a lucky ball cap, and a bully who's a boy took her ball cap, and she asked for it back. He gives it back the first time, but then takes it again. And she said, "I'm not gonna ask twice." And he said, "What are you gonna do about it?" Next thing you know, like, she knew what she was doing. But basically, she stomped that boy into the ground, picked up her hat, and walked away saying, "I asked twice." So, if anybody knows what that movie is, no, it wasn't Karate Kid. Because if you're saying it was the new Karate Kid, the one where the student was a female, no. But the kid was but the female was like a kid character. Because I'm thinking it was along the lines of because apparently in the movie the dad was in the military or something. So if it's Homefront, that's what I'm thinking it was. Try looking up a Homefront fight scene and then just tell me if I'm right or not. But yeah, but like I was saying though, but where was I on the topic again? Because we was talking about what? Oh yeah, because we was talking about when Charlie hit Bridget, right?
Yeah.
Okay, thanks for keeping me up. So
Welcome.
yeah, so they call the police. They get him out there. Now, first off, again, after that incident, first off, the police, for their first mistake is trying to take him to a hospital. When a person's on LSD, the one thing you want to do is taser them, you know? Because if you don't taser them, knock them unconscious, and then put them in a jail cell before they wake up, they're gonna do something stupid.
Yep.
But no, what ended up happening, and here, like I said, and this was like 2 hours later. But another 2 hours later, after the whole incident with the pool house and Bridget getting hit, he comes back to the house, still high as a kite, and he starts yelling into the phone because he thought Pickle Boy's girlfriend was recording. Well, then he starts throwing these accusations, like saying twisted crap. Now, and what I mean by twisted crap, guys, I'm talking about calling someone a I really don't want to say it because this stuff is bad. Okay, this stuff was like bad, but he was saying this rude bull crap. He was saying like they would have intimacy with their cousins and stuff, and animals and stuff like that. And that's as far as I'm gonna say, guys. I'm not literally gonna have. I'm just gonna say the word intimacy for that one because if I say the actual word, I might get in hot water here. So. Okay, first off, I'm gonna take a stop here for a minute. Brandon, first off, this man, not you. I'm talking to Brandon C. Sorry, I'm not trying to cuss you out. First off, if this crap happened to a buddy of mine, yeah, I would definitely be pushing the line. Okay, like I'm saying, if any of this happened to anyone, yeah, I can understand that one. Okay. I'm pretty sure they know what word I'm trying to go for. I just didn't want to say. Okay? So don't be trying. So, yeah, you know what I mean? I'm already steamed up enough as it is because of this incident. Don't make it worse because I don't want to take any fireworks out on you, alright? And I mean Brandon C., not you, Brandon. Just making sure I let you know what I want. But, anyway. I'm gonna try to stay calm and keep a clear mind, guys. Well, thank you, but like I said, you know, it's just, guys, for one thing, I was raised like, I'm I mean, like, when I was a kid, I'll tell you guys this, I might not do it in a throwback story, but I'll give you guys specific details. But when I was a kid, I had to witness a girl getting bullied. A lot. Okay? And I'm going to say it like this way. She was different than everybody else. Like, every other girl in school. The thing is, she was an anime fan. She liked all kinds of stuff. But she was, you know, like switching tracks.
Mm-hmm.
Like, take the word bypass and take out the word pass. That's what she was. So, you know, people picked on her about it. And every day, she came to school. She always smiled. She always stayed strong. Well, one day in art class, she almost committed suicide because she almost thought she couldn't take it. I had to stop her. I mean, like, I literally talked to her, calmed her down, talked her out of it. Because what I told her was, it's not going to, even if she does it that way, all it's going to do is just cause more pain for her family.
Mm-hmm.
And I was the bigger person. Okay, and before y'all crack jokes, yeah, I might have been bigger in weight size, but yeah, I was also big at heart. Alright?
Mm-hmm.
So, she got picked on a lot. I stepped in and helped her out. And then, you know, when the time came we was about to go home, some bullies were picking on her again. And finally, I had enough. Teacher wasn't paying attention. They were taking her backpack and everything. I literally cleaned the bully's clock. Well, granted, I had to accept consequences, but you know what? I didn't care. I was raised, if you're going to pick on a woman, if you're going to hit a woman, you step up. You step up and you knock them down like a wooden door. That's as best as I'm going to put it. You step up, you clean house, you knock them down like a broken door.
Yep.
Anywho. Now, and I know I'm probably gonna get comments like, "Oh, but there's people that like pain for personal reasons." Okay. And yes, I'm not knocking on that one, because I know there's probably some people that are into masochism, and basically they enjoys getting hurt or takes a joy of being hit.
Mm-hmm.
But, and I'm putting that aside since I know that's one thing that I'm not gonna contradict there. I mean, if it's something a person likes, then I can understand that, so I can put that aside. But if it's something no one likes and they get hit for no reason, then that just really brings my blood to a boil.
Yep.
Anywho, I'm sorry for that outburst, guys. Like I said, when something bugs me, I almost want to get my blood boiling. I almost want to curse up a storm. But like I said, I'm trying to set a better example because of my nieces and nephews. I said I would try to swear like on podcasts and stuff, but as I said before, I'm trying to keep it clean, keep it calm, especially around my family. So.
Okay.
But, anywho, so back to the story. But basically, the brother was going all out, and, you know, his girlfriend, Bridget, Pickleboy's girlfriend, was recording when Charlie was going bat crap crazy. He was doing all kinds of stuff, saying all kinds of bull. And he actually called his own dad something that you should never ever call someone. And I think you heard it in the word, the CM.
Yes.
Alright. But if you guys seen the video and you guys know what CM means, okay. Because you call someone that, all it's going to lead is to investigations. And I just think that's bull. Okay? Someone who's PO'd because I need another Mike's Hard Lemonade right now. I'm gonna need to take a swig. But as I was saying, guys, is that the way I see it, he was spewing off nonsense because he was mad. But that's not even the worst part. That is not even the worst part. He is resorting to blackmail. Okay, and what I mean by blackmail is that in some point of the video, even Pickle Boy said this, but basically, he's telling them that if they don't say this, or this is fake, then he was going to spew out all this bull, and then just completely try to get them in the hot water. To be honest, with the charges he's facing, guys, and I know a buddy in the judicial branch, but let's look at his thing that nobody should believe him, okay? What happened was, he caused destruction of property. He illegally used, like, LSD, doing drugs. He gave liquor and tobacco to minors who aren't even in the proper drinking area or in the proper drinking age or smoking age, for that matter.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not all. Threatening kids. Because if they turned them in, he threatened to beat the Holy Grail out of them.
Yeah.
You know, I really want to say something, but I don't want it to get taken out of context. I really don't, because watches this. For two, I have my bosses that watch this, and I don't want them thinking I have like a dark path to the point where I lose my job. I really don't. I'm literally. Alright, I'm gonna compose myself. Alright. But anyway, guys, as I was saying, is that I still think with the record he has, he's gonna be sent up the river.
Yep.
Because let's review on what he got. Okay. First off, destruction of property. Second, threatening blackmail.
Yep.
And Brandon, Brandon, see, I'm gonna warn you right now. Say one more word about drugs. Just say one more, and I flip off the bat on you. Don't get pissy with me if I flip off the bat. All right. But anywho, like I was saying, is that I'm sorry, guys. Like I said, I'm gonna try hard to open up a shell and try to cuss, but like I said, I gotta try to be careful with my family. But let's look at his record, shall we? But let's look at his record. Destruction of property is one. Threatening child abuse. Well, actually, no, strike that. Not threatening, actual child abuse, because he gave the kids tobacco, liquor, and then.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, he actually gave the kids tobacco and liquor while he was under Angry Grandpa's care. And then, no, and then, let's continue on. Using illegal substance, such as LSD. And then, you know, first off, how did he even get it? Because if I recall correctly, there are some states that actually have to check cars and stuff before, like, you know, like, I'm not saying like Border Patrol, but there are some states that have those things where you can't take stuff into other states.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like if you go into like a local town or something, then basically they have a little checkpoint where they have to check your car and everything. I don't know if that's like if you're leaving the states or something,
Yeah.
but you know, I actually think some states need that because you got people that transfer all kinds of crap that you don't even know, and basically what some states need, they need checkpoints, they need drug hounds, they need all kinds of crap.
Yep.
But let's
Yeah,
get
back.
yeah. But while he's away for a minute, I'm gonna continue on. But and with the record I'm seeing straight here, guys, he's probably gonna get sent up the river for a good while. And the worst part is, the guy even posts threats on Facebook. Now I hate to say it, but some people thought he was a role model. Some people put it in that perspective. If it's some people, I mean, like first off, to those of you who are misled like a horse to water, I apologize. And literally, cause for one, he literally crossed the bar. I mean, no, straight up, he didn't cross the bar. He lowered the bar. Like he literally completely went out of line. And then him making these accusations. You know, first off, if he gets sent up the river, and I've seen a little bit of prison TV shows and prison movies, but from what I gathered, there are some prisons that where, if I recall correctly, if you're sent to prison for a certain amount of time and the other inmates find out, something bad always happens. And I bet hope that Brandon say I hope that is sarcasm, because seriously, man. But anyway, but like I was saying, if you guys seen enough prison shows or prison movies, then you guys should know that in some prison shows, when they have an inmate that has a record that's pretty much unexcusable, then
I'm back.
welcome back. Then they're gonna be in hot water. As in, they ain't just gonna be in prison for a little while. I don't know. Because if you've seen enough prison shows, prison movies, and stuff like that, if you got the biggest, and I'm quoting the new guy here, but if you got the biggest, baddest mother chicken around and think you can take him down, knowing him, if he tries to attempt to take the biggest, baddest mother chicken, the only thing that's going to happen is he's going to get laid out and become somebody's female dog. Mm-hmm. No pun intended there. Okay, Brandon,
What's wrong?
Go into the video and go into the chat for a minute.
Okay, sure. Okay. Yeah.
You know, I'm very okay. You know what, Brandon? See, I'm letting you know right now, man. I'm pretty much bringing up a serious topic here, and you really just want to go do your own thing and just instead of trying to figure out on it.
What in the world?
Yeah, read all that. Read through all that. But as I was saying, guys. But it's just ridiculous, you know? I mean, first off, and this is the foremost, the assault and battery charge that happened, like, because Pickle Boy's girlfriend got struck, that never would have happened if police would have been smart about their job. Okay, the police, basically what they did, and again, even Brandon will a witness here. But all the police did was put him on a gurney, wheeled him up the driveway, tried to get him into an ambulance. When the smart move they should have done was put him in a jail cell, got a nurse that was working at the precinct to look at him, and make sure he wasn't jacked up to crap.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, but to end it all, but basically from what we heard, they are, and here's the good news of all this, they are going to press charges about what happened, which, to be perfectly frank, I hope he, and I don't hope this on anybody, but after hearing all that, 10-1, he's probably going to get sent up the river. And he does, and I don't mean to say this in the wrong way, guys, just don't take this out of context, but if he ends up in prison and ends up being somebody's female dog, doing everything that he's supposed to do, be like a whipped female dog, that's what he deserves. That's what he deserves because of what he's done. Endangering, and I'll tell you one other thing. If he was born in my family, I wouldn't care if he was my brother. I would have cleaned his clock. Like, if I had a girlfriend and she got hit, I would have literally slammed him into a wall, and I literally would have told him, if either he leaves, or we're going to settle this right here and now like men.
Yeah.
I wouldn't, and if the police had to come and break it up because the neighbors called the police, I would have told the police officers, he hit my girlfriend, I had a right to self-defense because he was coming at me.
Dang.
And like I said, guys, I'm sorry if I'm getting a little PO'd about the topic, but it's just, with all that happened, it just ticks me off that there's people like that. Like, instead of just coming clean, knowing they need help, going to get the help, they just hide their problems. Well, it's like with some people with, and I'm just bringing this up to a topic, but it's like some people with eating. Like, they always think eating's the best way to settle their emotions. And granted, yeah, I'm picking on myself here for a minute, because I used to be in bad relationships. Well, not bad relationships, but I always had my heart broken to the point where I would go out, buy 2 things of ice cream, and wolf it down. Not completely wolf it down until I was sick, but I would eat like half a gallon of one, wait a couple hours, eat another half a gallon, and then just, go on that one.
Mm-hmm.
But again, guys, like I said, if he becomes somebody's prison female dog, believe you and me both, he gets what he deserves. Because it's just no excuse. Even being on an illegal substance, which I know for a fact that's a long time, because if I recall correctly, there are some places where they would up the
Yep.
other charges. I'm guessing that's a year additional. So you're looking at 5 infractions. That's 5 years in prison.
Got that right.
But anyway, guys, like I said, I'm calmed down now. Like I said, I have a bottle of Mike's Hard Lemonade open. I'm calmed down. So, but Brandon, what is your opinion on this?
I say that's fucked up and it's crazy.
And other portions?
And it's messed up though. He can't do that because they're really young.
Right, and on top of that, with everything that they've done, pretty much, well, they've done a lot for him. They gave him a roof over his head, food in his belly, a warm bed, and all he did was backstab him like like they were nothing.
Yep.
But again, to bring this guy up, guys, if anybody sees this video, I'm probably going to go into Angry Grandpa's live stream this week and give him my condolences. personally, because for one, I feel really bad for all that happened. If anybody wants to, try to get in contact with a Pickle Boy, or and tell him that maybe I'd like to play games with him sometimes. Like play PS4. Try to talk to him. Help him through this, find kill a fish. That would be one other thing I could probably do.
Mm-hmm.
But again, if they're not watching this, well, if they are watching this, again, I am deeply and humbly sorry that all this happened to you guys. You guys have have me and Brand's condolences. Sorry to put you included on this, man. I'm just,
It's okay. It's okay. I understand, and I got your back.
So, but I hope you guys have a happy 4th of July, and I hope things get better for you guys. Because to be honest, I know with some people it's hard to try to walk past that stuff.
Yeah.
But again, you have our condolences, and I hope things get better.
Yep. Same with me as well. Hope you guys get better though.
But
They don't have that bother you as well.
right. Anyway, but yeah, while we're on the topic, since I'm a little bit calmed down now, let's switch the boat. But the last topic today, guys, as I was saying earlier, the podcast. Like I said, I still have to get the Toon Disney, unless Brand, you want to get the Toon Disney stuff. We can talk about that together. Like we can do it like. Well, I was gonna say you can get the Toon Disney stuff, and we can talk about that topic together. Like we'll go split talk about it for a minute. Like describe what brand it's from, or what series or what TV show series it's from, and then we can just talk about what we remember. But like I said, growing up, I never did watch PBS Kids or what was the other one you brought up?
Discovery Kids.
Yeah, Discovery Kids.
And Disney.
Yeah, I grew up watching other stuff. Like when I was like about 8, I would watch Adult Swim.
Yeah, same here.
And there is one funny memory, but when I do a throwback story, or when I do another podcast, guys, I'll probably, we'll actually talk about our funniest memories as a podcast setting. But if you guys want to hear about our memories, we'll be more than happy to share them. Because one memory I had when I was a kid was pretty funny, actually. But anyway, as I was saying, guys, it's just, but we'll try to get into the whole topics and stuff. And Brandon, Brandon C, you're lucky the comments are off right now, because so help me. So help me, I would make sure you were banned from the channel before you kept cracking jokes.
Oh.
I don't mean you, Brand. I mean Brandon C. Because if you're reading because if you're reading the chat right now. But anywho, as I was saying, guys, and the audio quality, like I was saying, I will try to get a new mic eventually, because I want to use my Elgato that comes out recently. And, I want to use my Elgato that I got recently, but the problem I had with it is it won't let me use, the audio from my headset. And I've followed the instructions, and basically I would probably have to hook one end up to the Elgato, one end to my headset, and the other end to a microphone, which I will possibly have to buy, which is going to be a pain in the,
Yeah.
But I'll get it done eventually, so it's one of those things.
Okay. Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully. But like I said, I also have to check into a new computer in case I need a backup. Cause like I said, with my laptop lately, it's been doing jacked up stuff a bit. I mean, like, I had to take it uptown to get clean. So basically, I had to. So basically, I will have to look into another computer just in case I can be able to do my work.
Damn.
Yeah. However, but some of the cartoon shows I will be talking about from Cartoon Network, and I'm pretty sure Bran will agree on this. There's some old classics that I used to watch when I was a kid, like Whatever Happened to Robot Jones. I think I did watch not Teen Titans, but Totally Spies, Amazing Spies, Code Lyoko, and I'm sure you guys might know those shows. But there are some TV shows in the kids WB genre that we'll talk about. There is one that actually was pretty jacked up, but it was called Monster Allergies. You ever heard of that show?
Sounds familiar.
Well, it's pretty much, you know. Yes, we will be talking about those two, guys. We will be talking about Whatever Happened to Robot Jones, Rocko's Modern Life. Actually, I got the list up. Just
Like, basically, like, all the shows in the 90s that we got.
But it's just gonna be one of those things where we're gonna go over all kinds of stuff. So, like when we did the section on Cartoon Network, like when you do Cartoon Network, we're gonna be talking about Whatever Happened to Robot Jones. We'll talk about Totally Spies, The Amazing Spies, which, to be honest, I think they should bring back or continue. Because the first time I watched Totally Spies, guys, I actually seen the movie. Like, how they first became spies. But they kind of threw off the movie with the TV show, though.
Yeah, I remember that.
And I gotta admit, the movie wasn't that bad. Because I've had a buddy of mine say he saw the movie, he said that it was kind of jacked up. And he said the villain was fruitier than a fruit bat eating fruit.
Yeah.
But to be fair, I did check it out on my own because some people actually listen to other people about certain movies instead of checking it out for their own. So I ended up checking it out on my own because I thought, you know what, I heard the movie was good, so I think it would be best to just give it a shot. And I did. I mean, it wasn't that bad, and I literally enjoyed it. I mean, like the artwork. I mean, even though there were a few problems with it, like if you watch Totally Spies, basically, if you guys watch Totally Spies, the summary I can give to you about it, and I know I will re-bring it up in the podcast, but it's about three girls who attend a school called Beverly Hills High, and they go through two secret lives. They go through two lives. One life is where they have to deal with their typical teenage problems, you know, like school bullies or the preppy cheerleader who was a complete and utter pain in the tailpipe.
Yes.
Yeah, because if I recall correctly, in the movie, there was one scene in the movie that I didn't like, where basically she humiliated all three of them, I'm pretty sure. But they also did, like, they have their spy life as a job. So it was a pretty, so basically if you guys check out, that show, I would highly recommend you check out Totally Spies and The Amazing Spies. Now, The Amazing Spies, everybody kind of got on everybody's case about, because apparently instead of having the regular, because I think Totally Spies went up to 5 seasons, I think. But I think it only went to 3 seasons with The Amazing Spies, which honestly I think they need to bring back and reboot.
Yep.
I mean, cause
Yeah, you need to.
cause Totally Spies, they had some pretty good villains, and The Amazing Spies was kind of like the same way.
Mhm.
Even though I thought some of the villains were kind of screwy, you know, like
Yeah.
the one villain that I thought was creepy was Geraldine. You know that who I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I mean, she was so jacked up. I mean, like it was like, okay, seriously. I mean, and her character design. Let's put it this way: her character design was so bad that all you would probably have to do is blow a gulf of air her way, and she would probably just fly off like a paper bag.
Yeah.
Not trying to sound rude or nothing, but her character design was kind of flawed.
I know you're not.
But anyhow, but like I was saying there, guys, is that we will try to get into that topic either tonight or sometime because, like I said, tomorrow I have to work 9:30 in the morning, and I will try to, work on that podcast tonight. But there's a lot of shows we'll be going over, and I know if Brandon's got to get some sleep, then I could probably handle some of it on my own, some of it with the help. So we could probably do it in a two-way basis, kinda.
Okay.
So I'm guessing you're looking up the Toon Disney stuff as well.
No, and I already know all my Toon Disneys.
Well, yeah, and a couple of shows I want to bring up, like that was on Toon Disney, I thought were pretty funny, but kind of like spoofs of animes, like the one where the one where a kid has to become a ninth grade ninja. I think it was called like Randy Cunningham, the ninth grade ninja, or something like that.
That's on Jetix.
Oh, I thought he does get okay. He does get inputs on stuff. Hey, sorry about that. Brancy's saying that you don't get inputs on stuff.
What?
Read the chat. I mean, like if you're in the show, if you read the chat, then basically that's what he just read through what he's saying right now. Ooh, my nose is killing me. Ugh, man.
What?
Hmm.
What?
You reading all that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh boy. But as I was getting at, guys, earlier, as I said before, the reason why we're not adding Power Rangers to the list of topics that we're discussing, like, because even though they were TV shows from the 90s, with the new Power Rangers movie being out, I decided, or, me and Brand, we both can decide on that one, but we'll save that topic for later, because, like, we would like to talk about all the series. So, like, we'll go from Mighty Morphin all the way up to the new genre, which I hope that'll be easy. But there is one other thing. If you guys didn't know, an interesting fact about the Power Rangers, it originally aired in Japan under the name Super Sentai, and I think they're like in their 20th season, maybe 30th. I don't know exactly, but Mm. You alright, man? You're sounding quiet.
I'm okay.
Well, yeah, I am definitely trying to keep my wording down because, like I said, if you're reading the chat on that one, I am choosing to keep my mouth shut on that one. But as I was saying, is that we will try to get those topics underway. But like I said, guys, we're gonna have to exactly organize it out because, as I said, with the situation we are in, I know we're supposed to do TV shows from the 90s along with cartoons from the 90s to today. We will try to get that podcast going tonight and try to work it out. The next topic, which is anime, what did I do with my... Hold on a sec, guys. I need to get my notepad because I'm forgetting stuff left and right. Can't even keep my head together. Brain's so organized about everything, you can't even pay attention on one thing at a time. Alright, where was I? Oh, better check my mic real quick. Definitely trying to keep my wording down because, like I said, if you're in the chat on that one, I am choosing to keep my mic's alright. Alright, but yeah, like I said, topic 8. To keep the topic, to list off the topics in mind, guys. For number 7, we are going to be doing TV shows from the 90s to today, combination with the so it'll be TV shows and cartoons from the 90s to today. Podcast 8, which
Hold up.
What?
This is going to be podcast 8. This is going to be podcast 8 we're doing.
No, this is on the listings it'll be 8, but on my listings it's also going to be 8. You know, because podcast 7 is the way I got it listed in my the way I got it listed in my notepad, dude, is I have it under 7, which is TV shows from the 90s, TV shows and cartoons from the 90s to today. That's 7 in my notepad because we did some topics off the record.
Okay.
And then. And I know everybody's gonna be questioning about it, but topic 8, which is the struggles of manga artists and animators in Japan, that one will probably have to postpone, because like I said, I have to get in contact with my friend. Now, if you guys don't have heard of Marcus Dupree 777, I have him listed under my channel, under featured channels. You guys, he plays Dark Souls. If you're a big Dark Souls fan, be sure to check him out. But, you know.
And Kingdom Hearts as well.
Yeah, he plays Kingdom Hearts as well. So if you're fans of Kingdom Hearts, and if you're a fan of that, just be sure to check him out.
And he mostly knows about One Piece as well.
Well, yeah, he does mostly One Piece as well. No, I'm not still... We're gonna have a talk later. All right, mother.
What's wrong?
Read the chat. Mother chicken's about ready to. I'm about ready to cuss out this mother chicken, and it's so dang bad it's not even funny. But yeah.
What in the world?
Yeah. So anyway, guys, like I was saying, we will be doing TV shows from the 90s and a combination of TV shows and cartoons from the 90s tonight. We will be doing the struggles of manga artists and animators in Japan tomorrow, or sometime within this week. But as I was saying, I have to get in contact with a buddy of mine. Well, another buddy of mine who just wanted to do this topic. If I can't get in contact with him, then that topic will be postponed. So meaning like it'll be due at a later date. Or if I can, we'll actually try to, you know. So, and then when we get past that, I know everyone's probably going to wonder our thoughts about E3. I haven't watched the E3 conference yet. I've been meaning to get around to it. But after we do those two, we are definitely going to talk about the topic 9. We will talk about the Treyarch and Infinity Ward's games. Because basically, oh, what am I doing? I maxed that out already. Son of a gun. But basically, we will be talking about all kinds of topics. But I wanted to talk about like Treyarch's games and stuff, about my personal experience with them.
But we are going to try to do the E3 before August comes.
Yeah, we are going to try to do that. But like I said, with some stuff, we're going to have to postpone if we can't get like the proper help. So like if we get down to 8 and I can't get in contact, we'll try to make up with another topic.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, I know after we do the Treyarch and Infinity Ward conversation, like we'll discuss like what games were our favorites, what problems we've had, you know, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Number 10, which we'll be getting into, is dating advice. Alright, now, when we get down to that, we're going to be discussing the do's and don't do's of dating. So, if you guys need advice, or vice versa, be sure to tune in on that one. If you're like nervous about your first date and everything. So, yeah. Also, when we get down to 11, we'll be talking about video games nowadays, PlayStation versus Xbox versus Nintendo. The Nintendo portion
as well, and then
what?
And then as well, video games now and then and now.
Then and now, yeah, then and now. So you want to switch nowadays to then and now?
Versus then and now. Video games then versus now, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
PlayStation versus Xbox versus Nintendo.
Yeah, I'll keep that in mind. And then we will talk about fast foods, game stores, and then we'll go through the social media, prank channels and pranks.
Cereals, snacks, and candy.
Yeah, that's what I got here. Cereals and snacks, foods, and candies. But then we will also be talking about like Power Rangers from Mighty Morphin to today, along with the movies. And what I mean by the movies, guys, I'm talking like we'll talk about like Turbo Power Rangers movie, the original Mighty Morphin, which came out in the year I was born, actually. And then we will talk about, you know, like the reboot. Now, if you guys seen the reboot, like it came out recently, but if you guys seen the new Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie, that's good. You know, I'll bring up like some stuff about it.
It's already on. It'll come out on DVD tomorrow.
No, it came out the 27th.
On DVD?
Yes.
In June? In June?
Yeah, it did.
Okay, didn't know that.
Well, I got it from work, cause like and just letting you guys know ahead of this, I did get the new Yu-Gi-Oh movie, which after I get a chance to watch it, I'll actually do a thoughts and opinion live stream on it. Like, and I don't mean like I'll show clips of the movie and point out flaws and stuff like that. No, I'm actually gonna say like I'll actually give you guys my personal opinion on what I think about it. Because, like I said, growing up with Yu-Gi-Oh, I actually know the series. Like, I watched the Yu-Gi-Oh from the original when it went to Duelist Kingdom, Battle City. Then it did Capsule Monsters, and it did the whole virtual reality stuff. I then watched GX, which I have to admit, GX's storyline was pretty sharp because they actually used something original. You know, like, cause like you know how with some cartoons and stuff, they always use the same cliche.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Yu-Gi-Oh! Actually, GX was actually pretty good, and when it got further into the series, yeah, it looked a little bit darker because of how it looked. I mean, like, because there were some portions like it would be a little bit darker than what it should have been.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, 5Ds, and everyone's gonna probably ram me down the throat about this, or cram this down my throat. But 5Ds, basically, if you watched 5Ds, even though people say it was kind of ridiculous because they modified the game where they would play on motorcycles, like, you know that.
Yeah.
But they also made it to like regular standards. Like they had him play on motorcycles if it's like a dual runner duel. But they also had the good storyline to it. Like they kept the essential essence of Yu-Gi-Oh.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know, basically though. But people didn't like the series when it got to the whole thing about the Dark Signers. Like you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Some people actually thought that one of the characters that shouldn't have turned was Carly Carmine. Now, if you guys saw the anime and you know who Carly is, I gotta admit, she could have made a perfect love interest. Like, if you've seen the animes where they always have the main character fall in love with the love interest, she actually would have made a good. And this is my personal opinion, but she probably would have made a good love interest for Jack Atlas. Because like if I remember correctly, and Brandon, I think maybe you watched it up to the Yu-Gi-Oh 5Ds up to the Dark Signer duel, I think.
I watched the original all the way through the third Yu-Gi-Oh show.
Which is 5Ds.
Yeah.
Okay, well, if you remember the one scene when Jack was in the hospital and he was pretty banged up, and they actually had to do, the one guy that tried to catch Yusei, what was his name? Officer Trudge. That's him. Because basically he became some kind of a Dark Signer android.
Mm-hmm.
And what I thought was pretty cool was when Jack wrapped his arms around Carly and put the dual disc in front of her, and she had to help him by being a guidance. That actually was and some people actually thought that was a romance moment right there. And I'm not gonna lie, that actually was pretty cool how they put a romance moment right there. And Brandon, see, if you don't knock it off with the quote counter, you and I are going to have a nice little chat later, and you ain't worming your way out of it like military school, boy. But yeah, but basically, though, they actually should have put Carly as a love interest. I mean, because her and Jack actually have a little thing called chemistry. Kind of like how in some animes you always have the main character fall in love with the main character. But on the positive note, let's move on to the next series, Zexal. Now I know, and also I know everybody's probably going to ram my throat, ram my comments box full, because like I know how some people are actually going to get on about this, but basically Zexal, I mean, like with each Yu-Gi-Oh series, they actually brought some new stuff to the card game, which put some new stuff on the table. Now Zexal, they did introduce like the XZ summoning, which I actually thought was a pretty good idea, to be honest. Because like you can get powerful monsters like right off the bat. So like instead of waiting to get like a monster that's in the 2,500 rank to 3,000 rank, like you contribute 2 level 4 monsters or XZ summon them and overlay the network to play a XZ summon monster. But but Zexal was pretty good though because of the storyline. Now, if I had to say, the newest one that they came out with, Arc V. Now they actually showed some potential in the art style. To be honest, they actually showed some potential in the art style and changed up Yu-Gi-Oh a bit. Although they shouldn't have thrown excuse me, they shouldn't have thrown pendulum summoning into the mix. You know, like with the actual card game, they shouldn't have thrown pendulum summoning in.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. 3, 4. Well, shit.
What's wrong?
I must have had 2 of them. Mike's Hard Lemonades or something.
Dang.
Yeah. But anyway, let's continue on with the topics, though. But as I was saying earlier, is that with Arc V, I gotta admit they did go a little too far with the card game. Like they threw in pendulum summoning, and just basically threw that information in. So it's actually pretty cool that they threw it in the game because they want to match the game with the with the shows. But I think it's just a little too much because they throw into something that's a little overpowering, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So that's just one thing I can understand. I mean, like they want to match they want to match the show. They want to make things understandable.
Yep.
So that's my thoughts on Yu-Gi-Oh! The Yu-Gi-Oh! Series. And if you guys are wondering if I'm gonna get like Legacy of the Duelist, like the new Yu-Gi-Oh! Game that just came out recently, I'm gonna try to, but it's just been one of those times where I've been pretty busy. And I've also had people ask me if I'm going to get, like, the DLC for Call of Duty Black Ops 3, One Piece Burning Blood, which I'm going to try to get. That's the problem. Because I was playing One Piece Burning Blood earlier, if you guys saw my last YouTube video for One Piece Burning Blood. Basically, I ran into people who was using alternate costumes for certain characters. They were using Rob Lucci in a fight. They were using I think I ran into a couple characters that was using Garp in a fight. But I also ran into one guy who was using like the villain from One Piece pirate film Gold Z. Like, have you seen the One Piece Pirate Gold film Z brand? Basically, basically someone was using the villain from that movie.
Oh, okay.
So that.
Yeah.
So I've had a lot of people ask me. I mean, like, I've been getting a lot of messages asking, "Am I going to get the DLC for Black Ops 3 before the new Call of Duty World at War 2 comes out, or am I going to get the DLC for stuff like that?" To answer the questions in a pattern, I'll start off with the first one. Am I going to get the Call of Duty Black Ops 3 DLCs? Eventually, Yes, because I'd like to do more zombies. I would actually like to do more zombies besides Shadows of Evil and basically the Giant. You know, and I ain't got nothing wrong against those maps. I mean, I've done the Easter egg for the Giant. I just, whoops, I didn't mean to get Super Chicken there. But I've already done the Easter egg for the Giant. I'm wanting to do the Easter egg for Shadows of Evil, which what?
Are you gonna be on tonight?
Yeah, I'm gonna be on tonight, dude.
Okay. Yeah, 'cause I'm about to go out play basketball
All right,
with
man.
my brother.
All right, I'll take care of the rest from here, man. But again, thanks for popping in and giving me a hand.
All right. All right. You're welcome. You're welcome, buddy. Anything for you. Anytime.
And we'll try to do the podcast tonight and try to see if we can get it done before I have to get ready for work. You know.
Okie dokie.
All right. You have fun playing b-ball.
All right. I will. You have fun taking care of the rest.
Thank you.
Take care of the rest of the viewers.
All right. Thanks, man.
You're welcome, buddy.
Catch you on the flip side.
Will do. See you tonight.
See you tonight.
And to all the watchers, I might see you guys tonight as well. And if not, then happy 4th of July. And have a safe trip. And you too, Anime Game Fanboy, happy 4th of July.
Happy 4th of July, man.
Thank you.
Not a
Be
problem.
safe.
You too.
Thank you. I will. Alright, see you tonight, maybe. You too, guys.
Alright. But... well, but anyway, guys. Frango, since your birthday is going to be on Wednesday, happy birthday. But... back to the questions. Though. Am I gonna get DLC for Black Ops 3 so I can play the other zombies maps, or get the Zombie Chronicles? That's gonna be a maybe on that. Am I gonna get the One Piece Burning Blood DLC? Again, working on that, but I'm just gonna have to wait on it. Wow, they could get me with these pulse things. And yeah, how am I supposed to do a Q&A if I'm supposed to, you know? All right, got the Guardian. All right. Let's see now. Alright. As I'll switch up the topics, I am gonna do a Q&A for a bit. I'll play 2 rounds of Call of Duty Black Ops 3, and then I'm gonna get off here because family's acting up, so, you know. So if you guys want to start with the questions, go right ahead. But any questions you guys come up with, if they are personal or anything, then I'm going to have a right to choose no comment or just choose not to answer them. Or I'm going to say, let's move on. So which means, if I say that, that means no picking at. Do I like pizza? Yeah. My favorite type of pizza is a personal pan with barbecue sauce, cheese fixing, bacon, chicken, and pepperoni with spinach on top, well cooked. And don't make it all food based. Son of a mother chicken. Anyway. Jeez, I can't even keep my stomach. Just keep my. Okay, Fran Goat, I actually play Destiny. It's not a one-time thing. I try to play it, like, at nights when I can because I'm trying to get used to the game. Okay, Brian, I said no more food questions. Alright. Fran Goat, back to what I was telling you. Basically, I play Destiny. I play it like once in a while because, you know, I don't know if I can play it on here without any problems. Because, like I said, I've had issues before. Because, like, before I used to play, like, the Telltale game series. I was trying to do, like, the Game of Thrones Telltale game series, and basically, I ended up getting banned because well, no, I didn't get banned, but basically it got removed. I got a copyright claim because the well, I could actually use the help leveling up sometime if you want to help, but like I said, with the incidents I've had before, I try to be careful in what games I play on YouTube, because like I said, with what happened with the Game of Thrones, basically, the Game of Thrones Telltale series game, I was trying to play it just, you know, because I wanted to try to do it and get it out of the way, but apparently I got flags for copyright. You're a frick. Okay. Since you're the only brand that's here, I just said no food questions. That includes asking metaphorically if, you know... Franco, I'm sorry. Again, I'm sorry for yelling. Like I said, with him, sometimes with him, I always have to yell. It's always like I gotta yell at him because he always does this. I mean, like every time, he'll ask food questions. He'll bring something that involves food, you know, and I'm asking him politely not to do that, you know. Anyway. Well, I'm not saying you can't ask simple questions. I'm just saying, like, you always bring up food. I mean, it's bad enough I'm trying to go on a diet as it is. And you're bringing up food is just making me hungry all the time. Who is your celebrity? Celebrity crush? No comment on that one. No comment on that one. I don't even want to bring that one up. Get over here! Yo, really, we are gonna have it. Alright. I'm keeping my anger. I'm keeping my anger. I've never actually heard of that, Franco. Celebrity crush. Mother. You know, you're not gonna have a freaking talk later. Cause you seriously, you know. And you said celebrity voice actor. Does that celebrity crush? Would that mean does that mean like a voice actor as well, or you know? Well, I didn't actually, Franco. I'd actually never noticed that. Cause like I said, recently I just played Destiny, so you know. Anger, poise, relax, relax. I actually don't think I've ever had one, but so that's the only thing I know for sure. I'm just saying, I don't know if I had any celebrity crushes, okay? I honestly, even growing up, I'm not too sure if I had any. Oh, this must be a... Oh, that's a problem. It's not on the live feature. But like I said, I don't know if I had any celebrity crushes. Even a while... yeah, and of course these guys are going to camp like a mother chicken. But, as I was saying, the celebrity crush thing, honestly, I don't know. I don't think I've ever had a celebrity crush. You know, that's my answer. Now, if you guys are asking, like, if I could meet any celebrity, or you know, or ask me anything like that, I would actually say I would like to meet, well, there's 5 voice actors I'd actually like to meet. Taylor Strong is one of them. What were the other ones? I actually met the voice actor of Lord Zed from the Power Rangers, guys. Robert Axelrod was his name. Basically, he did the voice, and if you guys didn't know this, he did the voice of Armadillomon from Digimon, Wizardmon from Digimon. He did the voice of Lord Zed in the Power Rangers. So, you know, that's it. No, I am not getting Rock Band. Dude, I don't have enough space as it is. I have to try to organize my room just to get the proper equipment. I am not going to spend no $300 to get Rock Band. I've played Rock Band before, and I'm not very good at it, for one. And for two, all the setup and everything would just be a pain in the candy-coated rear. I'm not. Okay. Let's move on with the questions. Ay, ay, ay. Rock Band doesn't trigger me, dude. It's just, it's just the one thing I just don't do that. I don't get triggered easy, alright? And as I said before when I was telling you guys about the topic that was going down, was that certain things that we brought up did tick me off. And that's an answer I'm going to say. Because growing up, I've dealt with a lot of stuff like that. Alright? I've dealt with it in school. I always came home. I ended up not injuring myself, but I ended up getting mad sometimes to where I ended up almost punching glass. Alright? Favorite sport? Well, my favorite sport so far is bowling. Even though I haven't bowled in a while, I would always play it on the Wii to get my arm in practice. And then when I go out to the bowling alley, I would try to bowl a few games and just try to take it easy, you know? So I would say bowling is my favorite sport. Alright. Anybody got another question? What's it? Guilty? Guilty pleasure? That is actually a toughie. I actually don't have none, to be honest. Because for one thing, I always keep myself well balanced. So I really don't have a guilty pleasure. what are you doing after the stream? Well, Fran Goat, actually, what I'm going to be doing after the stream is that, first off, I am going to get a bite to eat. I will have to look into the information, but I'm going to finish up, like, get the Toon Disney stuff, that, like, TV shows that used to be on Toon Disney for my notes. Then later on tonight, Brand and I, we are going to, you know, we are going to watch, well, we're not going to watch, we're actually going to do the podcast. Okay, no, hold on. Well, the way you do it is you always talk about food. What I said was I'm going to get a bite to eat. A bite to eat meaning family's making supper. You want to talk about food, Brandon? And don't go cussing me out, boy, because I'll tell you, I put up with that enough. Literally, someone cusses me out, believe you me both, I can handle that one. But, anywho, for the disrespect there, sorry for the disrespect there from me, but as I was saying, to answer your question, Fran Goat, before I had to put Bran in his place for a minute, is that I am going to get a bite to eat first, then do some more research for the Toon Disney stuff, and then after that, we're going to work up the, we are going to be doing the podcast later tonight. Anyway, any more questions, guys? Because as I already said, I already answered some of the questions I get asked often. Like if I'm gonna get the DLC for Black Ops 3. As I said before, I'm gonna try to get it, but I've been pretty busy with all kinds of stuff. So, because actually, to be honest, I do get a little bent out of shape because you always put okay, first off, Brandon, I'm not afraid of comedy, alright? There's actually times where I do comedy when it's necessary. You, on the other hand, sometimes you take your jokes a little too far. Like, example, when I told you to knock it off with the whole daddy crap, you nearly got me on hot water at my job. Okay? If I recall correctly, I've had three people ask me if I had kids. I had 3 freaking people ask me if I had kids. Because of you. Because when they came in, they saw your little smart aleck retort, and then I had to explain to them that I had no kids. So I'm not scared of comedy, and I try not to take things serious all the time. But it's like whenever I try to do something, it's like something always gets screwed up, and then I have to go into serious mode. You. Remember what your doctor said. Check your pulse. Breathe. Relax. Yeah, I did get that. I I did get that, Fran Goat. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. If you want to help me out on Destiny sometimes, I'll be more than happy to have you. Do you like being a negative Nancy? Okay, first off, anyway, first off, to answer your question, no, I'm not a negative Nancy. Because, Brandon, when you actually work, and I'm not saying this sounds disrespectful, but when you actually work and you try to get stuff done, but then you also try to work and actually get stuff done at your job, and you go on YouTube and you have someone doing the stuff you do, oh, so you're calling me okay. You know what? I'm alright, Frank Goat, I don't know if I have you as a friend on PS4. You'll have to tell me your gamer tag. Cause I'm trying my best not wanting to blow up right now. I'm trying my best not wanting to let my temper blow up. So, but as I was saying, guys, once I get through this match, I'm actually gonna get off here, go eat supper, probably just try to take it easy. And Brandon, you're not out of the fire just yet. Well, I'm telling you right now, you're not out of the doggone fire, or you're not on top of the doggone heap just yet. You and I are going to have a talk after I get off here, so don't think you're safe on that. And guys, don't take that out of context, because just letting you guys know, I have to have a talk with him every day. Every day, I mean, like, you know, because I try to keep the channel fun, but, you know, sometimes he takes his jokes a little too far, okay? Like, oh, Frango, sorry, man. I didn't know you was Chauncey's friend, man. Sorry about that. Sorry about that, Frango. I didn't know that. And I hope you subscribe to my channel so you can stay up to date, man. But yeah, but like I said, first off, back to what Brandon was saying. First off, I'm not a fun sucker, so don't even call me that. And second of all, you try going into work after the crap you pulled. You try to. I'll tell you what. You do a YouTube channel and you have someone come in and call you that, and then actually, you know, you go into and you have your bosses watching your channel, and you go into work and try to explain that you don't have kids. Then you then you come to me and ask me for advice, because, like I said, your type of fun, you go too over the line. First off, I ain't no cat mother chicken. Alright? So don't you dare call me a cat. Now, I'm keeping my temper, cause I swear you're already getting fireworks when I get off of you. Because I know I'm going to call you and we're going to have a talk. Anyway, guys, as I was saying, well, I don't let bullcrap bother me either. But you know, sometimes when you gotta work, you got all kinds of stuff. Cause I also go, alright, let me bring it up to you in a way you can understand, okay? I've had I work in retail, okay? I've had customers come in, I help them check out their products, and they asked me if and I've had a couple a couple of customers who watch my YouTube channel. Okay, I've had a couple of them ask me if I had kids. I told them no, why, and they said, well, because we was when the video was going, we read through the comments, and basically this one guy kept calling you a legal guardian or a mother or a father, or as what a little kid would call it, D-A-D-D, daddy for short. I had to try to explain to them that I didn't have any kids, and you pretty much put my kettle on the fire. Oh, mother... We'll talk... Boy, keep it up. That's all I'm gonna say. Keep it up, because my blood. If I Skype you and my blood pressure strike through the roof and I have a heart attack, guess what? You're gonna be the one paying for the funeral. Sorry about that, guys. What I meant by copacetic saying, basically, is my stress easily gets shot, like, through the roof. And I'll explain before, because there was a time where my sister pushed me one time, like, I lost my composure, my anger. Well, when she was out of the house, I was cussing so much that I nearly had a stress-induced panic attack right in here, and it was close to my heart. So I try to keep my, and I've been talking to a buddy of mine who's getting his field in the doctor's field. And basically he told me that because of how I've been lately, because of my stress levels, and because some people know when to push a joke a little too far, even if if someone tells them to knock it off, they don't do. Pretty much, when my stress gets triggered, it pretty much gets me almost passed out. Because the last few times I've lost my anger, I've nearly yelled to the point where I run out of breath, and basically sometimes my heart would just, I would just pass out for maybe more than 8 hours. Alright, Frango, you enjoy your ice cream, man. But I have been trying to do my best to keep my, No, I don't punch holes in my wall, Brandon. Alright? And even if and that was the old me. The only time, like, I would do something stupid like that is if someone pushes me to the point where I want to land blow after blow on them. But I'm smart enough to, like, go to a gym and work out my problems and, like, punch a punching bag. That's what I do sometimes. I go to the gym, I'm stressed out, I punch a punching bag, I do what I need to do, and I keep my anger. But yeah, guys, like I was saying, after this match, I'm going to get off here and chill for a bit. Because like I said, I am going to try to work on the extra information for the podcast. The games I might play, I might actually either play One Piece Pirate Warriors 3, I might play One Piece Burning Blood, or I might play something else. And before I get any more questions, about it, if I'm going back onto the Game of Thrones Telltale series game, that I do not know, because like I said, I did have technical difficulties with that one. Or basically, what happened was I was doing a gameplay of the game, and what ended up happening was that I had to, I got a copyright claims about it, so I've seen a clip or two of it, but I would prefer to play the Telltale series game version. And also, before you guys ask, because I've had this question almost pop up all the time, in October, when Halloween starts, when it's the month of the Halloween, I am actually going to do I'm actually going to do the Telltale series of The Walking Dead. So, which means I'm going to be playing the first one, the second one, the first season with 400 days as an extra. I'll play the second one, and I will also play the New Frontier. I don't know why I was thinking Homefront. I had to think of the name for a minute. And before you guys ask, if I was gonna get the Walking Dead Telltale series games where you play as the one character, the one female character, what was her name? I think her name was Michonne or Michonne or whatever. However you pronounce the name. Basically, I don't know if it comes on the discs. I will actually look over it. I'll look over it, but I'll probably have to get the DLC, or not the DLC. I'll probably have to get the game digitally from PlayStation Store or something like that. But if I do, then I will possibly be able to do that. But it's just going to be one of those things where I will look into it. I'll possibly try to get it. Because, you know, like I said, I've had people ask me if I'm going to get, like, get all kinds of DLC. And I've even had people ask me if I'm going to get the Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy of the Duelist, Legacy of the Duelist game. But the thing with that is I'd have to get them digitally. Unless there's a place that has them on discs, then I would get them. Because, like I said, sometimes I don't like doing things digitally because I had a buddy of mine who actually had done this digitally, and what ended up happening, first off I gotta check my mic, guys, because I don't know if it's still... I gotta check my mic a minute, so... When my stress gets triggered, it pretty much... I gotta check my mic a minute. Okay, it's still going. Alright, good. Sorry about that, guys. If you heard me in the background, I apologize. Like I said, I gotta check my mic because sometimes it'll jagger loose and it'll make me go mute. But back to what I was saying, though. But I've had people ask me if I'm gonna get like the Telltale series games of The Walking Dead where you play as Michonne. I've had people ask me if I'm gonna get Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy of the Duelist. I'm gonna look into those. Okay. Because I actually would love to play the Yu-Gi-Oh! Series where you can play through all the series, from the original to GX to 5Ds to Zexal. And it's just going to be one of those things that it's going to take some time and consideration onto. But, you know... Anyway, guys, I'm going to get off here, because, like I was saying, I need to get some supper. The podcast. Bringing this up to you guys now, if you all are still in the chat. The podcast is going to be tonight. We are going to be doing, the TV shows and cartoons from the 90s to today. We're going to be going over that information. And like I said, 10, I already told you guys some of the stuff we will do, but 8, I either have a feeling we're going to have to change to postpone, because I know you guys, if you guys are manga fans, anime fans, you know, vice versa, basically, we were just going to have to postpone that until I can get in contact with my buddy. So, you know, and we will get through other topics, but as I said, I'm going to get off here. I am going to have to deal with someone, first of all, and it's going to be a calm, civil call, because I know you guys are probably going to say, oh, well, don't tear Brandon's head off, because, or verbally tear his head off, because of your stress. And And I'm going to warn you guys now, don't worry. I've dealt with complete yahoos, complete idiots that come into retail intoxicated or high as a kite, so I've dealt with worse. My stress level's never been better. And I will, like I said, I will talk to my doctor, guys, and I will be 100% sure to get myself checked up, whether it's my stress, whether it's anything like that, because I know I'm going to probably have people say, oh, well, you should get your stress levels checked, or, oh, you're going to have to do this, you're going to have to do that. I will get that done when it's necessary, because, as I said, I got enough work to do as it is. I try to keep my head together on the game. So, and I appreciate you guys showing concern and compassion. And as I said, I will try to do my best to get stuff completely caught up. But, as I was saying, guys, I'm going to finish up letting you guys see all the DLC. So, anyway, this has been Anime Gamer Fanboy. I am signing out. Thank you all for watching. And to all you cool cats and girls, to all you bronies and Pegasisters, anime fans and furries and gamers too, and to all my other viewers, I thank you. But thank you all for watching me having this bout on Black Ops 3, and I hope you'll come back from the for the podcast later this evening. So anyway, guys, this has been Anime Gamer Fanboy. Like, subscribe, favorite. If you're from the UK, have a good night to morning. If you're from the US, have a good night. And to everyone who tuned in, whether you're a brony, Pegasister, anime fan, furry, or a gamer, or anyone that's any other viewers, thank you kindly. And I will hope to catch you guys later for the podcast. So this is Anime Pacific Gamer Fanboy logging off. And I'll catch you guys on the next time. Until then, stay out of trouble, peace out, have a happy 4th of July, and keep your troubles on the ice. Until next time, guys, I'll catch y'all later. So, peace out, and be safe.